After my dad passed away, and then I think that was also a shock of our situation. He wasn't a big part of my life at that time, but yeah, you get affected. You think about like your dad and the fact that you will never see him again. I always wonder like what would it be like if he was around? If he could turn around and see us, what would he say? Like he was sick, he was at home for months. He has one leg that was rotten. Maybe we could have saved him if we had money. Maybe he could have still be alive if he could have go to the hospital. But nobody knows, and nobody will ever know. And that was something that I look at it. I'm like, man, I think I need to do something. I need to take action because this kind of thing might happen again in the future or to my mom or to somebody close, and I will be powerless. And no, it doesn't have to be like this. I realized, I mean, I was 15. By the time I know that our situation wasn't good, we weren't living in a good condition, but that was like a eye-opening, like, okay, this is how bad it is. He didn't go to the hospital for months. He was suffering. I kept having nightmares of seeing him like in pain, screaming at night, stuff like that. It was tough, right? But that was like, okay, this is something that can happen again. What would you do? So I left Cameroon. I was 26. I knew that I couldn't make it there as a boxer because I started boxing and I know the reality there. I know the truth. Even before I started boxing, I knew the reality. I knew that it can happen there. I need a big stage. I need somewhere that there is more boxing is well developed. First, it was always America. But from Cameroon, there wasn't a way to come to America. I wasn't going to swim to the Atlantic Ocean. So the easiest way, more paved way, was to go to Europe. I don't know exactly what I was willing to do. This is it. My frustration was top to the level. So I wasn't even planning to go to the UFC. So Didier was the first one to talk to me about MMA. I'm like, oh yes, you have a good striking if you do MMA. I'm like, what's MMA? Mixed martial art. Okay, good. Then what's that? What's mixed martial art? So yes, it's like boxing with wrestling with this. I'm like, I think I have seen that once on the TV. I was watching TV, I see something like that. Like, yes, if you learn some good wrestling, some takedown defense, little bit of a grappling and this, I'm like, what's grappling? To explain the whole thing to me. And I'm like, bro, nah, that's not what I want. I want, the Mike Tyson boxing, right? So yes, I'm like, that's what I want. And but as soon as I started to fight in France, it became very hard for me to have a fight in France. People didn't want to fight me, or they say I'm brutal. And I'm like, it's a fighting game. I mean, the goal is to be brutal, and then I'm not having fight because I'm brutal. Like,